How do you get those? Basically,
You just don't take that long fighting those guys,
or
you don't fight them at all.
until
So that
after.
gets us down to like this small chapel beneath the big chapel.
You might want to use that.
Huh?
Vial.
Sure. Well, I mean, there aren't actually any enemies left.
Oh.
Spoilers. So we get to this big thing with this thing and this door, which is locked, and that's it. Let's just go home. Nothing else here.
I feel like you're lying.
I'm maybe just a little bit lying. Okay, so this is locked. But
Holy crap.
There's that. So, that, like, there's another one of those you might remember in the church courtyard.
Did we show that? I remember
Yes.
it. I remember it, of course, but did we show that?
Yes.
With the guy, the dead guy with the top, was it
Yes.
the top hat?
Yes. Like, you pick up the top hat, and then there's, like, the thing right there. So that's all there's really to do down here right now. But it's good that we cleared it out, because we're going to be going back here later on.
Yeah.
And then there's this is the way back up through this little cave.
And if you came down through the cave, you would get shot by the other...
Right, by the snipers. And that
Yeah.
goes right up to this rotunda, or circular plaza. Not a rotunda. Or is it? I can't remember if a rotunda is specifically something that has walls or not.
I believe it does.
Okay.
I could look it up, but I'm not going to.
Yeah, it's not that relevant. Then actually I should probably just teleport away. Because not a whole lot of reason to not do that.
Wait. Was there... You didn't have access to a...
I mean, I could have just run all the way back, but
That would have
that
taken
would have taken a while. So I didn't. So next, we can either fight the Hemlock Lane boss, or go through the rest of the Unseen Village, or do a Chalice Dungeon. So I was thinking of just doing a Chalice Dungeon to get more back in the swing, since it's been a while since I've played.
That makes sense. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go ahead and do that. You remember how long did they usually take? I mean, the first one's really short.
It depends.
Is the first one more than one level?
I don't remember at all, because I played a lot of Chalice Dungeons.
Mm-hmm. Certainly remember
Let's
that.
see. Oh yeah, we actually have this as we have this at +5 already.
Oh, okay.
So we can upgrade. I mean, we only need a few more, I guess. But
Oh, we need a few more. We need 4 more to get
yeah,
to upgrade it to 6,
yes.
and then it will be max for this level of upgrade
Yes.
material.
Then I'm not gonna be upgrading it for a while.
Yeah. And did you say that you're kind of working toward a different weapon too?
Yeah, I mean, ultimately there are a lot more weapons in this game, you know.
Yeah. For better or for worse.
And so this is just gonna like the starting one that's best suited. Oh yeah, we got some of these. So now we can give our messengers hats.
Pots. They're
Yeah.
they're potheads.
Yep.
You're welcome. I mean, technically they're urn heads.
Messenger urn heads, yes.
Yes. Oh well.
Okay, so I should probably level up or something.
Welcome home. What is it?
And
Very well. Let me.
let's see. It's been a while. I totally don't remember what I was doing.
I mean, it looks like skill,
so,
right?
yeah,
Because we're doing skill build.
Yeah, it's just a question of like, do we want to do endurance? Do we want to do? I'll just do skill for now, and the next few levels will be something else.
Yeah, I think I remember we upgraded endurance a little bit last time.
Yeah, I mean they all could stand to be upgraded. Just a question of when. Right, you should probably note that down so you can blur out your name. So this is the Chalice Dungeon. They are... This one isn't, but in general, they are randomly generated. They are kind of... you know, they're for if you want to do a dungeon crawl, basically.
Yeah.
And there's actually some interesting stuff going on here, because, like, a lot of what has kind of made the Dark Souls games, you know, the From Software Soulsy games, famous and well known, is, like, they're really elaborate, intricate, complicated, interesting level design.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of like, okay,
except for Demon Souls.
Demon Souls has really good level design.
Yeah. Okay. I suppose it's.
And so you'll see right away, there's a lantern here, there's a lantern back there.
Not.
Some of the aspects of this is kind of like, okay, so how do you convert these big
sprawling?
How do you translate this kind of style of gameplay with its, like, you know, heavy shortcut use, all this other stuff, into an actual, like,
I was gonna say there's another
dungeon crawl.
Yeah.
That uses random levels. And so...
Yeah, because all this is basically a bunch of random interconnected rooms. They're designed rooms.
Yes. Like, the rooms are from a specific toolkit.
Yeah.
Right? Like, people made these rooms, and then they got glommed together.
Yeah, they make the connections, the connection points, and they go together.
Right, and so, like...
Fit in specific ways to fill out a path.
Right. So specifically, the root chalices are random dungeons. This first one was made by a designer, just working with this pre-made template room setup.
Yeah, so they use the same
So as you can see, there are still some of the Dark Souls classics, like a thing like that thing was full of oil.
Oh.
Like that pool down there is full of oil, and you have this flame-throwing enemy.
Nice.
So it's kind of like, oh, that's the Dark Souls trap, right? Like,
or
wading through oil while someone throws firebombs at you. Like, that is a kind of a enemy encounter setup that you might not see in a completely randomly generated dungeon.
Don't you pick up the like oil stat for a while too?
Yes,
if you walk
you can actually see that. It'll show up. It's a little triangle right there.
Oh yeah, okay, I see it.
Above the antidote.
Yeah,
and then it goes away, not instantly, but very quickly after you leave that deep pool of oil.
I wonder if it has to do with, like, I wonder if there are deeper pools that you can wade through or something. No, water doesn't ever get much deeper than that.
No, in like in Dark Souls 2, there was actually this whole complicated system of, like, you could...
Don't get shot. Or stabbed. That's probably a good plan. That was... Oh.
That's not great.
Not horrible. Not optimal either. Oh, God. Enemies everywhere!
Yeah, there's some stuff happening here.
Yeah, no joke. You've got to get through it. Just power through, you'll be fine. Just poke him right in the eyes. He doesn't have any eyes.
Okay, here we go.
Kick him in a fork. Right, because that's a bell ringer.
Yes. So those like red glowing enemies were summoned enemies.
Yeah.
And they would respawn as long as she was alive to ring them.
Oh God.
To ring the bell. Oh God, again.
Yep. I was gonna say, don't even really bother with it right now.
It'll be fine.
Right. God, what is that thing that he's... Is that just a straight-up lantern, or is that a, God, what's the name of the thing?
I have no idea.
Sensor?
Oh, yeah, probably.
It might just be a lantern, though. Because I don't think sensors usually glow. I think they just...
Sure.
Wow. That's a heavy-duty enemy, too. Now, how does the difficulty scale depending on the
dungeon?
Yeah.
Okay, so there are like 5 ranks of dungeon.
Okay.
And that's it, basically. Each one is successively harder than the last.
Okay. So
like,
it doesn't scale with, like, depth.
No.
In the dungeon?
Or like yes, like each level does get harder.
As you go.
But then there are like 5 major categories of dungeon.
Okay. So like the deeper you go, the deeper you go in a specific dungeon, the harder it will actually get.
Unlocked. Yes.
Right.
So this, I think, is actually like this is the entire dungeon. Like I think that was the unlock thing to get to the boss door.
Oh, what? Okay, so what was the cloud that you
Those are just like that's just like a thing in rooms. It's like sometimes rooms will have like it's coming from here.
Oh,
you hit that.
That's a
that, and then it dissipates.
Okay,
and
I don't know if that's technically a sensor. Is a sensor a handmade item? Not sure, but it's.
I think a handhold sensor is called a thurible. Or
Really?
thurible, or whatever.
Thurible?
Yeah, they're the things people swing during mass or whatever.
Yeah. Why don't I just look it up and find out?
Okay, so I kind of want to jump down there, but I don't want to jump. I don't want to fall down there right now. Because like there's a way to get down there, I'm sure.
Okay, it looks like a sensor is just an incense burner or perfume burner.
Is there a way? How do I...
Yeah, thurible or chain sensor.
Yes.
Yeah, you're right.
There you go.
So the things that you broke were sensors.
Right.
Though, and a thurible is a chain sensor.
Right. Or here. This goes to beneath... Wait, is that... Wow, really?
Great. And someone's throwing knives at you.
Thankfully...
And you're standing in oil? No, you're not.
I mean, I am. Well, I'm standing in kind of grotesque murk.
That was the guy you attacked him before? He must have fallen off.
Yes.
Oh, did you jump down after him or something?
No, I ran around.
Oh.
Just into this kind of gross
muck
dead-end room that only really exists so that if you fall down, you can get out.
Right. And the really nice thing about oh, right, because you were running across the top there, and then...
And...
Look, rats.
That's a lot of rats.
Everyone's favorite enemy, friend, thing.
Yes. The rats would just like to be your friend.
Yes.
So
they have multiple... Oh, God!
So you will be seeing this room a lot. I remember this room so much.
If you run these dungeons.
If you run these dungeons, yes. Because that's the thing, it's like, as I was kind of saying, is that
Now, the question I have is, are the enemy layouts pre-constructed with the levels?
I mean, with this one, yes. With other ones...
the rooms?
They're different per dungeon. So it's not always the same enemies and the same... Like, this will have, like, a pack of rats, or this will have different kinds of enemies.
So there are different layout possibilities for each room, but
yes.
they are the room, there's a pre-constructed layout for...
I mean, I think it's basically with certain categories of encounters and certain categories of rooms.
Yeah. But I mean, like, you could have this room, and there could be several possibilities for what enemy layouts and
yes.
enemies / enemies are in the room.
Yes.
Okay. And are secret doors a thing?
Only in Chalice Dungeon.
Really?
Yes. There are secret doors in this game, but they only show up in dungeons. Not known in the actual main game.
Huh. Well, that's interesting.
Yes. And so, let's see. Back here. So it's kind of like... I was actually really let down by the Chalice Dungeons as kind of like the concept. Because like one of the things that I think is kind of interesting about this is that like it's not just like, oh yeah, this is just a random dungeon, right? Like this is hooked up to the setting and kind of like plot of the game.
Really?
Like, yeah, I mean this is an entrance to one of the underground tombs of the gods. Right?
So it's supposedly actually
like like when Alfred is talking about Bergenworth exploring the Tomb of the Gods and making contact with a medium in the caves, like this is one of the caves.
Oh.
These things that we're going to be interacting with are the mediums.
So they got down here by using a chalice?
Yes.
Oh. Really?
Yes. Like they're pretty explicit. Like most of the chalices are in the Tombs of the Gods.
Uh-oh.
Some of them are not.
Oh, Jesus. That is an awesome design.
Yeah, and the other thing is that these Chalice dungeons...
Oh!
have unique enemies in them.
Unique bosses.
Unique bosses. I mean, they also have unique enemies.
Really?
But, yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I mean, I could see that. I could understand that being a thing. Oh.
I suppose I was asking for that.
A little bit. Is that gonna be possible? Oh. It's not.
I mean, it's possible.
How many levels did you gain the last time you spent?
One. It's at like 9,000th level.
Oh.
You wanna try?
You know, that particular one? Not entirely, no.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I guess I could try again.
Yeah, why don't you give it a go?
Because the other thing is that...
You don't have to run through...
Like, the boss door is right there.
Oh.
Because that's the other thing, is that, like, they're...
Oh, that's the thing. Like, once you... Like, all the enemies and stuff come back.
Yes. All the enemies and stuff come back.
But you link it to one of the tombstones, and then you can just go back, and you've cleared... Everything you've cleared saves. Right?
I'll, like... Yes, in that I opened the door, and the door is still open. Because the thing is...
Right.
The way these maps are made, they have a very specific design to them. Because you definitely have... You notice that, like... You kind of definitely get the sense that at some point during the development of, like, the random dungeon generator, they're like, how do we get this kind of heavy, shortcut-based thing? Like, one of the things that the Dark Souls is kind of known for is having a short run-up to, like, the boss. It's like, oh yeah, you opened up a boss, now you have to do a boss run, you know?
Yeah.
And so, like, how do we do that when we have a randomly generated dungeon? Like,
yeah.
what algorithm can we make to have this work?
Right.
To kind of maintain this gameplay structure, even though we're going to be doing randomly generated dungeons.
Yeah.
And so the thing that they did is that these dungeons go out to a... Like, these dungeons start, and then nearly immediately there's a door to the boss room.
But it's locked.
And then what the dungeon is to...
Nice. Nice dodge.
To, like, a gigantic lever that you saw I pulled, and then it was, like, opened!
Yeah.
You get to that opens the boss door. And then you have a very short way to get to the boss fight from a lantern.
Yeah.
And so it's like, oh yeah, that's a very intentional part of the way they made these dungeons.
Yeah. But it's all kind of... That seems to be just generally the case for the whole setup, right? Is that... Whoa! Did you...
I just hit... I don't know if that was a stagger. Like, that was a part destruction, I guess is what that was.
Oh, so you took out one of his legs, or...
Well, I mean, like, all of the bosses have... Have, like, health for their body parts, basically. And then once you take that down, they get that kind of short-term stun.
Oh, okay. I bet it was the, I wonder if the...
that was the restore.
Was it?
Yes, like that glowing red thing is a move that a lot of bosses have, basically, like...
Oh. Well, if it's not a... Ooh! Okay, so I was right. It is, like, tumors on his legs.
Yes, like, I blew those up.
Yeah.
And I think when he regains, they might respawn, but also you can see he's kind of, like, bleeding and gushing all over the place now.
Yeah. I can see that.
Whoa. Like, the cleric beast... Uh-oh.
Yeah.
That was going well until it wasn't.
Yeah, you died. That was the thing.
Like, the cleric beast does that, too. You can kind of damage its body parts. And then that will, I think, like, remove its ability to do certain moves until it does the kind of regain move to heal them back up. And, like I say, heal, but it doesn't actually restore HP. It just restores the visual appearance and its moveset.
Yeah, because it loses certain attacks.
Yes.
Are there any enemies that you can do damage to that they don't regain those specific parts, like in similar to how...
Like chopping off a tail in Dark
Souls, yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I don't remember, basically.
Yeah. Dodge?
Trying to get...
Yeah, that's gonna be a bit tricky.
I mean, I can't figure out when I need to hit it to stun it, basically. If I could figure that out, it would be a lot easier.
If
there even are times I can stun it.
It doesn't...
It's like...
maybe you're hitting it too late.
Yeah, there are lots of possibilities.
I wonder if you have to hit that part dead on to actually do damage.
It's possible. Like, that did a lot of damage, you'll also note.
Oh, yeah.
That was like the first time I hit it, and it has a third of its health gone.
So maybe that could be one of your tactics. Maybe you can't stun it, and that's how you have to do it. You just have to hit it in the right spot.
It's entirely possible.
Because if he regains, then you just have to go at it from the side, essentially. God, this guy's a beast.
Trying not to get greedy here.
Yeah, understandable. Good tactic. It's a good way to play it. It's a good way to do it. Woo! That was a hit and a half.
Definitely.
You might even want to
heal again.
More than that, because
yeah, I guess
he does have some.
Yes, he's
like that one. Is that the one that got you the first time?
I mean, many of his attacks have got.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, is that the one that got? Sorry, the one that got you last, the one that did that much damage.
Maybe, I don't actually remember.
It was something like that because he hit you with both hands. But I don't know if it was a jump or not.
I mean, he has that big lunge. He also has like a two-hand smack.
If there is a thing to stun him, it's almost certainly on the, like, right before he actually downswings. Like, ooh! Nice! Sorry, I'll leave the praise for later.
No, it's fine.
Stabby, stab, stab!
Am I?
Yeah. Yes!
Okay!
Nice! Nicely done.
Okay, so...
Beautifully done.
That is one of the, like, that's a boss that you will only see in the Chalice Dungeon, for one.
Yeah.
And also, that's not the end of the Chalice Dungeon.
I was gonna say, are the majority? You said the majority. Did you say the majority of the bosses?
Yeah, like about half of the bosses in the game are bosses that you will only see in the Chalice Dungeon.
Huh.
And sometimes that's because they're just like, oh, this is just a set of enemies that are like 3 normal enemies, and that's like the boss. Huh. But some of them like that one are kind of like, oh yeah, this is actually a unique boss.
Yeah, because I remember fighting the groups, like that group of enemies that you fought, like the guy with the sensor.
Mm-hmm.
That's a kind of a thing that happens as a boss in some of these areas, right?
Yes, like
those 2 enemies that are up there.
There are 3 of them in a big room, and then it's like, yep, that's the boss.
Are there 3 like of the guys with the sensors, or is it like
it's 3 enemies of that same type, basically.
Woo! Okay. So you got a little bit of recover out of that, and then you got hit again?
Yes.
Someone throwing shit at you? Oh yeah. This guy.
Huh. Does this room have any exits aside from this one?